Sanwo-Olu, Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, Your Excellency, President of the Senate, Dr. Ahmad Lawan, Your Excellency, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, the representative of the Chief Justice of the Federation, members of the National Assembly, Excellencies, governors here present, Your Excellency, the United Nations Deputy Secretary General, Mrs. Amina Mohammed, honorable ministers here present, the CBN governor, heads of government and extra-ministerial departments, captains of industry here present, members of the diplomatic corps and heads of international organizations, the Chief of Naval Staff, my lords, spiritual and temporal traditional rulers here present, media entrepreneurs who have come to grace the occasion, our chief host, President and Chief Executive of Dangote Industries Limited, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, members of the Fourth Estate of the realm, stakeholders, friends, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eugenia Abu. I'm a multimedia strategy expert, broadcaster, and writer, and I'm your guide today. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we shall now be bringing for your viewing pleasure a short video on the Dangote Fertilizer Complex. The sheer splendor and grandeur of it is absolutely gorgeous to look at. Please enjoy.
.500 hectares of land. Over 750,000 tons of sand fill. This massive expanse of land sits at Dangote Fertilizer, with the Nigerian population projected to rise to 262 million by 2030 and 398 million by 2050. Little wonder that Dangote Industries Limited, a true leader in the Nigerian business space, seized the initiative to actualize a vision where Nigeria will be self-sufficient to cater to its own agricultural consumption. So, the Dangote Industries Limited built the largest granulated urea fertilizer complex in Africa. This project, that will cost over $2.5 billion, consists of two 2,200 metric tons per day ammonia plants, two 4,000 metric tons per day urea plants, two 4,000 metric tons per day urea granulation plants, a captive power plant comprising of 3 steam turbine generators of 40 megawatts capacity each, a total of 120 megawatts, and 3 auxiliary boilers for 40 ATA steam generation of 200 TE capacity each. Beyond the energy of activity known as Lagos, a first of its kind was unraveling in Africa's most populous country, the movement of massive equipment for the Dangote Fertilizer Complex, a bold and audacious endeavor. 2:57 p.m. The barge arrives Eko Bridge, covering a distance of less than 2 kilometers in 4 hours. An Abuja shuttle airplane would have made the journey 4 times over. Understanding that Nigeria would need about 5 to 7 million metric tons fertilizer per annum, and with the current levels at about 1.2 million metric tons per annum, the Dangote Fertilizer Complex will be producing 3 million metric tons per annum of urea fertilizer in just its phase 1. Fertilizers like NPK and DAP will be added in the next phases. From when the civil works began, it was obvious history was in the making. This gas will act as both feedstock and supply for the steam turbine generators.
It's not just selling fertilizer, but changing the face of agriculture, bringing in a green revolution and focusing on which will help the country to get full security.
Given the fact that the fertilizer plant is in Nigeria, you can actually model specifically the needs of farmers depending on the crop. That way they get the right fertilizer, not the one they just bag in and sell. But for us, we're able to meet with the farmers, identify their needs, and design and produce what exactly they need for their farm. That's on one side. But you know, it's not enough to just sell fertilizer to people. You want to see them grow from the beginning to the end.
When we do that, then you will see the real benefit of using fertilizer in farming. You know, I mean, instead of you to have 2 tons per hectare in terms of yield, you end up having 6 to 8 tons. And that means, you know, agriculture will actually open up. Farmers will realize that, yes, they can make quite a lot of money. It is not a poor man's business anymore.
This is the control room of the plant. It houses the distribution control system of the 4 units of the plant: utilities, ammonia, urea and bagging. These 4 units oversee the production process. These white balls, happily moving along, are at 99.8% purity level of urea. The urea fertilizer is now ready. The landscape of Nigeria will definitely not look the same in years to come. From Abuja to Lagos, this bagging across the length and breadth of the country, the agricultural potential of Nigeria, the 1-ton line and the export storage unit. This automated bagging unit is an endless stream of motion. Bags are loaded and they're on their way to some incredibly happy customers. It is equally a busy day at the jetty, where the fertilizer is being loaded for export. This vessel is a 30,000-ton capacity ship, and it will soon be on its way to Mexico.
What a glorious day it is for Nigeria and for Africa. A day such as this will remain in the annals of history for a very long time to come. Welcome to the Dangote Fertilizer Plant commissioning this 22nd day of March 2022. Dangote Fertilizer Plant is Africa's largest granulated urea fertilizer and complex, and it is built on 500 hectares of land in the trade zone area, free trade zone area in Lagos, Nigeria. It is established to produce 3 million metric tons per annum of urea fertilizer. Think food security, think farmers, think jobs, think value add. Today, the President, His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, has come to join us and help to commission and tour the fertilizer plants, but also tour the Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemical Project, producing 650,000 barrels of crude per day, expected to meet 100% of the Nigerian requirement of liquid products from diesel to kerosene and petroleum. I'm short in providing the requisite information on these gargantuan projects. There is a man who embodies entrepreneurship, who has love of country, love of continent, a man who puts his money where his mouth is, a man who, in spite of being extremely busy, has continued to spend time mentoring young people across Nigeria and the continent. Welcome, please, the President, Chief Executive, Dangote Industries Limited, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, for his welcome address. Encourage him as he comes forward.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, the Senate President, the Right Honorable Speaker, State Governors that are here with us, the Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. It is my honor and pleasure to welcome you all to the commissioning of our 3 million tons of urea per annum Dangote Fertilizer Plant, sited at Dangote Industries Free Zone, Ibeju-Lekki. The fertilizer complex, which occupies 500 hectares, is built at the cost of $2.5 billion. I would like to express our immense gratitude to our special guest of honor, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for his sustained support and encouragement, and for honoring our invitation to come in person to commission the plant despite his exercises of his exalted office. We are also grateful to our chief host and Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, whose administration has actually provided the enabling environment that has made this project possible. The commissioning of this fertilizer plant is very historic. It marks the official opening of the largest granulated urea plant in Africa and also second largest in the world. The new plant will make Nigeria self-sufficient in fertilizer production with excess capacity to export to other African markets and the rest of the world. Our products have already reached African markets and some to the United States, Brazil, India, and Mexico. It is an ambitious developmental project which will drastically reduce the level of unemployment and youth restiveness in this country through generation of direct and indirect employment. Agriculture accounts for about 20% of Nigeria's GDP, and the country is a leading producer of various agricultural commodities. The sector has the potential of becoming the biggest source of income for our nation, providing employment and raw materials for industries. However, low fertilizer usage has been a major reason for low productivity in the sector. It is the common knowledge that non-availability of the product in quantity and quality rather than affordability is the primary constraint to use of fertilizer today. Our goal is to make fertilizer available in sufficient quantities and quality for our teeming farmers, assuring greater agricultural output. To help realize this potential, we are rolling out initiatives that will transform the agricultural sector, including extension services for all small and medium-scale farmers. We have also established well-equipped soil testing laboratories to ensure that the appropriate fertilizer blends are applied to specific soil and all crop types. This will boost productivity, it will enhance output across the nation. Dangote Fertilizer will partner with the key stakeholders in the industry, including Farmers Association, NPK blenders, NGO development partners, and state governments across Nigeria who are committed to a sustainable approach to improving soil quality and farm yields. Our continuous efforts to innovate, create value, and invest in Nigeria are born out of our firm belief in the vast economic potentials of our dear nation. This has also informed our desire to continue with our investment strategy with a focus on driving import substitution, ensuring that our increased local production to achieve self-sufficiency and even export excess production. Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this ceremony is the outcome of many years of collaboration and partnership with many institutions and individuals. Let me therefore extend a warm thank you to all those who have contributed to make this day possible and also a reality. May I recognize and appreciate the Central Bank of Nigeria and my dear friend Governor Godwin Emefiele for his uncommon support and encouragement. The CBN under his leadership has extended tremendous support, especially during some very difficult stages, ensuring the attainment of today's milestone. I also appreciate our partner ministers, the Honorable Minister of State Petroleum Resources, the Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, the Honorable Minister of Industries, Trade and Investment, the Honorable Minister of Transport, and the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, and their various agencies, especially the Nigerian Ports Authority, for their support. I must appreciate the immense cooperation and support we have received from the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. My amiable brother, Mr. Mele Kyari, the GMD of NNPC, has left no stone unturned to ensure the availability of natural gas, without which this milestone would never have been achieved. I would also like to remain grateful for his strong interventions to resolve problems on many critical occasions. We thank you all. I would also like to express my deep appreciation to the security agencies, in particular the Office of the National Security Advisor and the Nigerian Navy, for providing a safe and secure environment from the outset of this project. I wish to thank in a special way the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Gambo, for his unflinching support in giving us security. We will always remain immensely grateful to the various local and foreign financial institutions, especially our Nigerian banks, for not only investing in us, but for the expertise and sensitivity they brought to bear to ensuring the viability and success execution of this great project. Professor Benedict Orama, the President and Chairman of the Board of Afrexim Bank, deserves our special thanks for his support and advice through all the stages of this venture. I commend the traditional rulers, the Obas, and leaders of our host community and their people for providing a peaceful and conducive environment. We have developed a collaborative partnership with our various stakeholders in the communities to strengthen this mutual rewarding relationship. I cannot end this address without recognizing the many years of enthusiastic teamwork, labor, toil, and sweat of the management and staff of Dangote Group for their commitment to high performance, perseverance, and resilience. Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm humbled and highly honored by the presence of such eminent leaders gathered here to witness this commissioning. I wish to recognize and thank His Excellency, the Senate President, the Right Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, our esteemed Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, our state governors past and present, the Ashwaju of Nigeria, who is here with us, the honorable ministers and members of the diplomatic community, heads of public agencies, our revered royal fathers, and my friends from the private sector, last but not the least, my family. Finally, to each and every one of you, because it will be difficult to mention everybody's name, our guests, I am really delighted that you are able, despite the very short notice and your tight schedules, to join us in celebrating yet another Nigerian success story. May God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the man who has made today possible, the Chief Executive and President, Dangote Industries Limited, Alhaji Aliko Dangote. And when he said his family, I looked at his daughters. Hajia Maria, Hajia Halima are in the room with us. We thank you for being here. Another round of applause for them.